According to a 2020 Ministry of External Affairs report, 3.4 million Indians reside in the UAE and 2.5 million in Saudi Arabia. Kuwait, Oman, and Qatar together host around another 2.5 million Indians. That takes the total number of Indians residing in GCC countries to more than 8 million. A large number of these 8 million Indians are part of a steady stream of migrant workers helping build the region's cities and infrastructure, like the 6 new stadiums built in Qatar for the FIFA World Cup. While Qatar has been under the media lens recently, with reports of workers denied access to basic amenities like healthcare, etc., and of their deaths under harsh working conditions, the problem of human rights violations for migrant laborers has been prevalent across Gulf nations. In Gulf countries, the kafala or sponsorship system defines the relationship between foreign workers and their local sponsor or kafil, usually their employer. It has been used in GCC countries, Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, as well as Jordan and Lebanon. Both Bahrain and Qatar claim to have abolished the system, though critics say reforms are poorly enforced and often not implemented. Under this system, the state gives local individuals or companies sponsorship permits to employ foreign laborers. The sponsor covers travel expenses and provides housing. Rather than hiring an individual directly, sponsors sometimes use private recruitment agencies in the countries of origin to find workers and facilitate their entry to the host country.
So in the example of recruitment, if companies simply started to vet their recruitment agents and use a recruitment agent that is trusted and conduct proper due diligence with the recruitment agent and make sure that they ask any immigrant once they arrive in the country. So in this case, Qatar, once they arrive in Qatar, what was your recruitment experience like? Did you pay a recruitment fee? How much did you pay? Were you given a receipt? And we will reimburse you. So technically, the fees should fall on the employer, not on the worker. So this is one example of many where the reform process hasn't really translated to practice.
However, there are times when workers are made to sign contracts they often do not understand. These contracts include conditions different from what they were promised. Workers then find themselves subjected to long work hours and poor working and living conditions. Their passports may get confiscated and their wages withheld. Such conditions contribute to expanding demand for trafficked migrants. This, in turn, creates even more lucrative opportunities for recruiters, exploiters, and middlemen. These workers inevitably fall into a situation of debt bondage. They find themselves compelled to accept onerous terms and conditions. This is particularly common among construction, domestic, and lower-level service workers. The issues have been extensively documented in world media. Why then are an increasing number of migrant laborers from India still heading to these GCC countries in search of employment? Migrant workers contribute to their home country by sending back money or remittances to their respective families. India is the world's biggest recipient of these remittances, with inflows of nearly $100 billion expected in 2022. Half of this is sent by Indian workers in GCC countries. The main driver of this migration is the hope of a better future. Many Indians have been successful in achieving their Gulf dreams. Take the example of M.A. Yusuf Ali, the chairman of Lulu Group International, a multinational conglomerate company that operates a chain of hypermarkets and retail companies. Or take Azad Mupen, the director of Esther DM Healthcare. So are the conditions of migrant workers improving?
In the early period, say in the early 80s, certain countries record in terms of taking care of the welfare of the people was not satisfactory. But I have noticed that there has been a continuous effort at improving this situation. For example, most countries now have full-fledged labor ministries. They have initiated new rules and norms relating to the treatment of workers. Many of the issues pertaining to workers are resolved by the ministry itself, and very rarely do we need to go to the labor courts. But the record of labor courts in terms of their sympathy for the people employed has also been satisfying.
Experts point to two aspects of the India GCC migration story. While it is necessary to guarantee strong labor laws and working conditions for migrant workers in GCC countries, it is equally important to ensure that sending people abroad is conducive to their welfare. A robust immigration clearance system can achieve this. Such a system can ensure that the promised work is legitimate and payments for their work will also be secure.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.